Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our first live broadcast of Let's Talk with Casey and Mike. I'm sure people are going to say, well, they didn't tell us that they was going to be doing it. Well, that's just kind of how we operate sometime. This is our maiden show going live, and um, you guys hopefully you can work through the kinks with us. We are I don't know, in regards to where we're going to see the comments and things of that nature, but we love you guys. And I mean, I'm not one to say, hey, yeah, how you doing, and how you. We'll look at you guys' questions, and we appreciate you all for looking at it. We really do. We love you guys, and um, please chime in when you can, and hopefully we'll be able to find it. Like I said, this is our first time, but it's not about me and Casey. It's about all of us, and so hopefully this format going live will be a little bit better for everyone to kind of chime in and say and do whatever they need to. As you can see scrolling on the bottom of the screen, the topic for today will be girl dads. Uh, this is going to go many, many, many different places. And so we ask that you guys just join us for the ride. Mr. Jones, you have something to say?
Nothing. Let's go. Girl
Okay.
dads.
Girl
We
dads.
both we both have that experience. So let's dig
We
in.
do. We do. And I'll start off with this. I love all my daughters. Love them all. I do. I love them the same. I do not treat them the same because they are different people. I can't treat them the same because there are different personalities, different people, they do different things, but I do love them. But the one thing that I can say to one daughter, I could not say to the other. Now, I will say this as we talk about girl being a girl dad and things of that nature, there are different methods to raising girls, and we'll get into that a little later. But some people will say that the way that I do it, I'm kind of a, I kind of say what I'm thinking. But my girls know that I love them and I play with them all the time. And sometimes my wife say, "You playing too rough with them," but they know that I love them and we play around. But you, Mr. Jones, you have girls and boys. So, first question: do you treat your daughters differently than you treat your sons?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. My yeah, my sons got the firm um side of daddy. They got the other side too, but my daughter's got the gentle and
They got the
more,
gushy Casey.
more understanding and you know not the not the firm tone. So
Mhm.
they got that side. My sons did too. Don't let them jokes fool you.
Look at
Um, but my daughters, they really got the gentle side because I realized early on that um, what they saw from me was going to determine what they looked for in a spouse.
Absolutely. That
What they
make
what they saw from me was going to determine what they looked for the most part. Not That's not always true, um, but my three daughters came first, so I was a girl dad first, and just treated them very, very, very gentle, but always wanted them to know that they were loved. Always wanted them to know that they were cherished. Always wanted them to understand their value. Um, and I guess just the way we communicated, my daughters, you know, it wasn't a whole lot that I had to kind of pry out of them when they knew it was a serious and firm conversation. It wasn't a whole lot I had to say. They would just, all of them at certain stages in their life would just, whimper and tell it, not necessarily tell on each other, but
uh-huh.
I didn't have to beat the information out of them.
I got you. I got you.
So, but yeah, just understanding and then seeing older relatives that had only girls. I had an uncle with only daughters. I had cousins with only daughters, and I would always look at how they would interact with their kids, how they would interact with their daughters, because I knew that is, that's the first I guess, real love when you have a child.
Mm-hmm.
If well, I wasn't married at the time, so
Mm-hmm.
um, when you have that daughter, man, you just it's so it makes you want to be so great. It gives you the encouragement, and I can understand if it goes the other direction. If a lot of guys, don't have their priorities straight, it
Mm-hmm.
could be a detriment. It could be a detriment, but immediately became the protector, immediately became the provider by any means necessary. Um, and just realizing that these girls are going to see me and who they allow in their lives later on, I'm going to have a lot to do with that based off of how they feel about me, how they respect me. Um, and that was where I started that course. How
Okay.
about for you?
As you know, I have three girls. Don't have to go into too many details, but my middle child was from a previous marriage. I was with her pretty constantly up until she was 5 or 6, and then things happened, or so on and so forth. But she and I had a really close relationship. Then Ty and I got married, and when we got married, um, the youngest was like 4 and my oldest was 7, and so it was different. I came in just about all protector. I came in as, these my daughters, but then also I came in on another side where I'm the other guy, because my wife was divorced, we got married, um, and so when I came in, they were, who is this dude? So I had to use the angle of, I have to get them to trust me. I have to get my daughters to trust me, and see that I am here. I'm not just another flash in the pan dude that's coming here. So my journey in getting them to trust me. They know I love them, and I think that as they've gotten older, our relationship has gotten stronger and much better. But in the beginning, it was work. I mean, it was work. Um, so it is good now. They know I'm here. They know that I love them. Um, and looking from their point of view, and that's kind of why I'm kind of coming from my point of view, because I'm sure they will have some things to say, of course. But I do anything for them, love them to death. But I think it was different. I think it was different, um, than when you had your daughters, because like I said, I got married, and I had to prove myself, fight a battle, show I care for you. But then I was the disciplinarian, and then I was this, and then I was that, and so I couldn't do the, hey baby, hey, and then they grew up or whatever. It came in with a lot of different mixed feelings, until to try to get through all those feelings to show them that, oh, he's a good guy, he loves us, he's this and that. So yeah, I'm a girl dad, obviously. Um, but they get mad at me sometimes because of I play. I
Of
do play.
course, of course. We parents, they gonna get mad with us. They only like us for probably they only really like us in their early years
Yeah.
and in their later years when they understand.
Right.
All that
Right.
time in between, they really don't like us, but
Yes.
they
Right.
they deal with us. And I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding because all my daughters are, Daddy, why you said that? So but it is what it is. I
Yeah.
think I think with girls, I'm gonna talk about some of the cherished moments. The cherished moments was um, just being able to walk along, hold hands, show them how to do things, get down on the floor and play with dolls with them. When my daughters were little, what was the figure that was out? Bratz, the little brat,
Ah.
the little Bratz doll. Those little things, just playing house with them, letting them fix me tea with the little dollhouse and playing along. And I never did do the little fingernail and the makeup thing. I think I let them do it once or twice, but I just want them to understand daddy got levels. But they were serious moments. And I remember one thing in particular that stood out, how I was so different from my dad. My dad was totally different. I remember one day, me and all three of the girls, we went and I took them to see my parents, and they ran and jumped on my dad's lap. And he was like, wait, no, don't ever jump on a man's lap. I'm like, you granddad, I understand how you raised me, and I don't want them jumping on anybody's lap. But mine, they're going to get hugs. They're going to get kisses on the cheek. They're going to be around their shoulder. They're going to sit on my lap. I'm going to read stories to them. I'm going to take them places. We're going to go out to dinner. I'm going to show them how they're supposed to be treated by a man. I'm going to show them how a man that is respecting you is responsive to you. How I listen, how attentive I listen, how patient I am with you. I want you to understand that these things are going to be signs of a gentleman when you get older. You don't want to spoil them to the point where ain't nobody better than daddy.
Right.
Ain't nobody better than daddy, but you want them to have the evidence of, okay, absolutely, they come from good stock. Because that's what my dad taught me to look out for. Yep. And I will say, my son-in-laws, man, hey, look at him. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. I feel good about the safety and the protection and the providing that my girls have. And I'm not in any way, form, or fashion skittish about their husbands, and I appreciate that for the young men. I look at them like sons, man. They're not son-in-laws. My wife, she uses the term son-in-loves. So they're not son-in-laws, they're son-in-loves. So
very good. That is important. That's
a comfort.
A common thing.
Yeah, it's a comfort, man. It's a real comfort. And I feel like my daughters didn't, take that stuff and like, my dad said this, my dad did this, my dad. No. I will also challenge my daughters, hey, if one of them say something to their husband that's a little, well, you know that from?
Yeah. We're not going to do that. Yeah.
No. Not in my presence. I mean, you grown.
Yeah, you do whatever you want to do outside of it. Yeah.
But I would do that to any young lady that I know is married, and whether I'm out of bounds or not. If you do it in my presence, now I'm in play.
Right. So, I understand. Hey. And same thing with my and again, props to my son-in-law. We don't have any grandkids yet. Entity hint. But he's a good guy. He treats my daughter good. And to kind of tell you how I play too much, I love my daughters, but when they got married, I was like, hey, Casey, you know what you're getting into? Because my daughter, she like to do this. So you got to be aware.
You got to be honest.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I had to be honest. I love all my daughters, but she can talk. And I was like, hey, you got to be aware that she gonna talk a lot, dude.
You got to be honest. I believe I was honest with my son-in-laws. I told one of them, I told, hey, she picky. She's very picky. She's very picky, and she could be a baby. She could be a baby. Don't let her play on you like that. No, she could be a baby, and next thing you know, you'll be buying or doing or going wherever she wants. I got another one that's she's a design on a dime queen. I had to tell her, don't work my son-in-law to death now. Now he can't have something to put up every weekend. Come on. But it's just good. It's a comfort to see them in the place where they're in. It really is a comfort to see that, and I'm grateful, man. My oldest daughter just recently got married, and
congratulations! I didn't know that.
Yeah. So me and her husband, We're gonna break some bread soon. We're gonna break some bread. Son in
Very good.
love. We're
Very
gonna
good.
break some
Very.
bread.
That's good
You know,
stuff.
yeah,
Good stuff.
it's a good thing, man. It's a good feeling to see them all grow up and really start to operate in the way that they were raised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that and that's important. And you brought up a point before when you were talking about your dad. The girl's going to jump on their lap.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can't completely speak for my sisters, but I can 99.9% say that my daughters were treated differently than my sisters because, for instance, I came to pick up my middle child from my parents. They were keeping her. And I was like, "Hey, mom, where's I don't want to put her name out there." And she was like, "Oh, she's in the room with your dad." I'm like, "Well, how come all the other kids out here and she get to go in the room with dad?" So I walked in there and she's jumping up and down on the bed, which I'm like, "What?" And he's watching TV and she's like playing on his back and poking him, and I'm like, "Hey," he's like, "She's fine, leave her alone." And I'm like,
This
"I
is
don't
not the
know,
same person.
I don't know
You're not
who
the same
this
person.
is,
What
but
happened to you?
yeah, what?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right."
That's a
So
whole now that whole grandparent thing. Now that's
is
coming.
that different?
That's coming. I have 8 grandkids currently. Currently, I ain't spilling nothing. I have
Okay.
currently 8 grandkids, and
Okay.
6 of them are girls. So I'm a granddad girl. I'm a grand. What I'm trying to say? Yeah,
A granddad
that.
girl, a girl granddad.
Yeah, the oldest currently, the oldest is a boy. The youngest is a boy. So all of them in between are
Yeah.
girls. They all princesses, man. When I tell you, and they all say my name. They call me Papa, but all of them say Papa differently. Each one of them. I didn't know you could say it that many different ways. Each one of them, but I'm the same way with them.
Right.
It's like I just want them to see what it means to have a loving, protecting, um, providing. Well, I ain't providing for my grandkids, and that's the parents' job. Papa gonna love on you. I'm gonna give you knowledge and wisdom. Now, Mimi gonna buy some gifts.
I'm gonna say, don't play that game like you ain't buying no girl nothing.
No, but I love them, man. It's a great, like I said, I can't say it enough. It's a great feeling. But girls give it, and it's weird that men will only start to tell truth about men when they have daughters.
Oh, when you tell them the secrets.
Oh man, it's like, wow, I'm sitting here and I'm raising my girls, and um now I'm telling them things to look out for, and it's like, uh-oh. I'm sitting here and telling them things to look out for, and I guess I'm realizing I might have been one of the things to look out for at a certain point.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
girls, man,
It's
they'll
different.
make you spill it. They'll make you spill it. But they also will soften you like a marshmallow, man.
Yeah.
They'll really get you to open up. All my daughters have been able to talk to me. All of them have been. We all have our own relationship, and like you said, you don't treat them all the same because they're not all the same.
They're not.
Some of them are a little more. Um, I guess I'm not gonna say soft, but they're a little bit more emotional. So
Oh, well, I
the
understand
firm
that.
discussions can't be so firm. And then some of them you can hey, come sit down, let's talk. And it's like all right, I see where you're coming from. I got you, but right down a minute, but I got you. And then it's just that sequence that you
Hmm.
just love as a girl father, man. I'm grateful.
That's wonderful. But there's a different side. There's a different side that we kind of have to talk about because being
Yeah,
a
yeah,
girl dad for the most part is wonderful. You spoke about sometimes girls are not treated like they should be treated by their father.
right.
And there's something we're going to have to get into when it comes to the way that fathers treat their daughters and the way mothers treat their daughters because of the way their father treated their daughter.
A lot of
I
jealous mamas out there. A lot of jealous mamas out there. Just call you ain't gotta fix it up. You ain't man, look at it. You ain't
okay,
gotta put it all in a bowl and make a cake batter out of it. Call it what it is.
okay, so we have to spend some time on jealous mamas. because of the relationship that the father has with the
Wait a
daughter.
minute, wait a minute. You're not finna get in trouble, are you? Because I don't.
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
okay,
No,
okay,
but
okay.
this is real. The reason I'm saying this is because since I've become an adult, however long that's been, I have had conversations because I didn't believe it in the beginning when women would say that my father and I had a really good relationship and my mother was jealous of it and she would do some of the most horrid things. And I'm like, what? Like, no. And so, someone tells you that, and then you hear it again, and then you start hearing it. And I don't know whether it's a cultural thing. I don't know, but I've heard it more than I would like to believe
Mhm.
because I can't go into some of the example, but like treating their daughter like they're dating, like you and your daddy dating. The mama will get jealous of that because of that relationship, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Now, maybe it's my naive, being naive,
No,
whatever.
it's real because when you're married, your wife is the apple of your eye.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I mean, it's just a no. It's like having a son and he just becomes mom's favorite. It's like, what's what's this all about? So I get it. I get it. I don't think they ever had that clash where they were jealous, but I do know sometimes you know, my daughters would get the royal treatment from me and then expect it when mom is supposed to be getting it. And it's like, you need to move. You need to move out the way. And hey, I wanted them to see it, and I wanted them to see it like consistently. So even if it took like rubbing my wife back, like let me
To
baby
show
up.
her that, like, you're number one, baby.
You're number one. But there were times when you see the little TikToks and Instagrams where mama tried to come get in the bed and the baby sprawl across the bed and half of the baby across daddy. It's
Yes,
yeah. There were a lot of instances like that where, you know, okay, she on me tonight and it's
it just
you
is what it is.
just gonna have to get comfortable some way, form of fashion. You're gonna have to fit in him somehow. But
And you know what? As daughters, as young daughters, I can see that. And so
mhm,
I guess what my concern is when they become 15, 16, 17, 18,
mhm.
and a mom kicks you out of the house right when you're whatever you need to go
Yeah, yeah.
because of the relationship that has built over the justice. And I've never experienced this. So let me preface this. My mom had a lot of kids. I have 9 brothers and sisters. And so I didn't notice, I didn't feel that, not really. Because I think so many of us, but usually when I talk to women who have said that my mom has been, you know what? Mostly when I talk to them, it's been all girls. They have all girls. It's not always, but it's usually when they have all girls. And I'm not trying to harp on this. It's just that when they would tell me these things, it would break my heart to hear that your mother is treating you a certain way because of jealousy. And I don't know what the mother experienced. I don't know what she experienced
Yeah,
back in
yeah.
her past. And it could have been something that she experienced and she found a man and she sees her daughters as a threat, which is crazy to me, even just thinking about that. But you never know what they've gone through or what maybe they were treated like that. And so they're just gonna keep on pushing it down.
And don't want to speculate, but I think a lot of moms, especially moms that didn't have a dad, now they're
Yeah.
finally number one, and not long after being number one, you're number two or number three or number four again in your eyes, in
Mhm.
in a woman's eyes. I can understand how some of them would feel, especially if they had a traumatizing upbringing. It's real. It's real, especially when
Yeah.
dads go too far. When dads never tell daughter no.
Yes.
when
Yeah.
dads, always come to the rescue of daughter, always getting daughter out of a jam, it's like, no, no, she has to listen. Yeah, but let me handle her a certain way. No, you have to have that balance. You have to have that balance, and that's why God created marriage, man. So you can have that balance, and it's
Yes.
not always there, and it's not always feasible. But I feel like a lot of daughters and mothers have um, that contentious relationship because of being the apple of dad's eye. So, and that's what you want your daughter to think, but you don't want her to think that at the expense of mom's feelings.
Right. I don't think
You
daughters. I
know,
don't think daughters think. I don't think they're thinking. Well, it depends on how old they are. I don't think daughters are thinking that I'm trying to take. I'm trying to take daddy away from mama. I just think that what you said, they're looking for, because daddy's the protector. He's going to protect me. And like you
right,
said, when a mother starts seeing that is, and sometimes and maybe in the mother's head, she's thinking, like you say, he's doing a wee bit too much.
right,
He need to reel that back in. But I think that there is a line that is crossed. And first, let me pause to everybody. Let me let you guys know that it can happen the other way too,
oh yeah,
where a mother treats her son and treats him better than the daughter. And don't get
yeah,
me wrong, I know that's out there, and I know that is real. That's very, very real, because when you get that relationship with the dad and the daughter, and you're being a girl dad, and then the mom sees that sometime, then she's like, oh, okay, well, let me treat my son like whatever. It can get all kinds of messed up. Like, my son can do no wrong. It's like, look, mama, I'm over here. I got all A's. I'm this and I'm that, and the boy is in jail or whatever. It's like he just made a mistake. It's
yeah,
just it's just made a mistake. It's like, well, mom, look at me over here. I'm doing all these things or whatever, whatever. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know, but he needs to help right now, or she needs to help right now, and so it could become something. That's why it's important for a mom and a dad. They have to be a team, and they got to talk about those things away from the kids. If
right,
if the
right,
mom thinks that, hey, you're doing a little bit, like, baby, I love you, but you got to talk about those things away from the kids and have a plan. Because if you don't, if you aren't a team, not only your kids, the outside world can tear things apart. They can rip it. They can
they'll
rip
eat it
it
up.
up
They'll eat it up.
by the most things that we see. Oh, well, that's ridiculous. In other people's households, that is a major deal. But you have to communicate. And I know people say, "Oh, you always say communicate." When I say communicate, I'm not talking about like, "Hey, let's have a loving talk." Sometimes you gonna get into it, but let that stay behind closed doors. You figure it out. Don't leave the room until you figure it out. And I'm up here saying this. I know good well I've gone to bed angry before. I'm just talking, y'all. Trust me. There have been times where I can say, "Hey, never go to bed angry." I've done it. You
if
shouldn't do it.
if anybody say they haven't, they lying.
Yeah, don't go lying, because this is real life. And just like hey, Casey and I, we love God. We talk about God. We talk about how he's done wonderful things for us. But don't think for 1 second that we haven't seen and we don't have struggles and that we have to battle. It's not like that, because we're people, and
Yeah,
moms are people, and dads are people, and they're gonna have contentious things. But when it comes to your children, like, hey, dad, you're a girl dad. That's cool. That's cool. But if the wife start feeling a certain way, talk to him, or vice versa. And I'm saying this, but people are like, yeah, that conversation is But how else are you going to resolve it? I mean, how else? You
yeah.
just you got to talk about it.
I'm a hook slide on you. You remember I used to ride the bike and slam the brakes real quick. We used to call it hook slide.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
a hook slide on you, and I'm gonna talk about real quick
Okay.
the challenges of the teenage daughter with the father.
Okay.
Real challenges when they're not so you know cute and want to play Barbie and all that. Now they're grown up and now they're driving and now guys are calling the house and
Yeah.
see them on their phones at all times, whether it's dinner, whether it's out when they don't want to be around you no more. This is the stage I'm talking about. You
I
know,
understand.
I tell people all the time, cherish this moment when they love you and want to be around you, because there's going to come a time you're going to be the last person they want to be around, last person they want to talk to, last person they want to hear from, last person they want to acknowledge, actually. So, the challenges of a teenage young adult daughter. I love my son-in-laws right now. I love them, but it's boy, to see your daughter start the court, to see her, start to gain the
You better say
interest,
court. Hey
the
man, you better
you
say
know,
court.
you know,
Old school
to
kid.
see them. Boy, you crazy. To see them start to gain the interest of the male. I let me
That's
tell you.
very true. That's the other side. That is exactly right. Being a girl dad comes with that. You are correct.
That's another form of, wait a minute. Wait a
Yes.
minute.
Yep.
No.
Oh.
No. I know I embarrassed um I know I
Ooh.
embarrassed my
I
daughter's
bet my story
access.
better than your story. Tell me
Oh,
your
I'm
story.
sure. No, I'm sure. I'm sure. I am sure. I am not shocked at all. I know your story is better than mine. You ain't got no filter. I, you know, I at least will pause for a minute, but I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I
Absolutely.
said. I ain't always gonna clean it up, because sometimes things just need to be said in a respectful manner. But I mean what I say when I say it. I do recall. I'm gonna let you tell yours, and then we'll set up for next week. But I remember a certain moment when a young guy came to pick my daughter up, and we were all at my grandparents' house, and all I noticed was that my daughter was out the door. And I'm asking for her. I didn't call my girls by name. I don't want to embarrass them. But I was, where is she? Oh, she just left with the young man, and I didn't lay eyes on it.
He didn't come in the house.
Oh no, call her on the phone. Hey, let me speak to so and so. Hey, bring her back to the house. And I know they thought it was going to be, oh, okay, let me take you back to the house and go speak to your dad. Came back to the house. They came up, and it's like, you come on inside. You go.
You'll never do that again.
It ain't no three strikes. This ain't baseball, Chief.
Yeah.
It ain't no three strikes. If you wasn't raised and then you didn't think enough
Yeah.
to come and speak and see the person that you're taking her from,
Yeah.
keep it moving. Never, never went out with him again. Ain't happening.
But
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, but yours is the one you got is so much better.
and that's just it. They don't want to hear it,
We're
but
shielding from it the
I,
foolishness.
I think a lot of that is out there. I think it's more of that out there than boys saying, I got to go in, I got to go talk to your parents or whatever. I think that's few and far between. And I'm gonna tell my story, and then we'll go. My daughter, my oldest, wanted to go out with a dude, right? And I'm like, he need to come to the house. So we came to the house, and they were sitting on the couch, and he was a little close. I'm like, what the what? So I went upstairs and got my gun and a shotgun. So I brought the shotgun down and I laid it on the kitchen table. You should have seen how far he jumped from her. And I was like, hey, I'm just cleaning my gun. You all right? But you did the right thing. But I'm just cleaning my gun. So y'all can continue on. And like, what y'all doing? I was I was mud in that house for a long time. But I got my point across. And I'm not gonna do nothing. I have a gun.
Hey, that's just a part of respect. Okay, we know you're young. We know you're dating. We know you're gonna have an opportunity to sit close, but you ain't
Not in
finna
my,
take it in front of me.
not in my house.
No, no, no. We're not
Not
doing
in my,
that.
not in my
We
house.
are not doing that. Matter of fact, where your brother at? Get over there and sit in the middle of them. We ain't doing that. No.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's what we're here for. We're not here to make a mess of your relationships, but we are here to keep you from making detrimental mistakes
Yeah,
in
that's
your
right.
decision making. Because we understand, man, when you're younger, you ain't making the right decisions. But
Absolutely.
I'm glad I did it because
Me too. And I am grateful that I how can I put this? My daughter wasn't happy because she was with some people that I just despised and didn't like. But she came out on top because the teaching and the showing them, then she realized, oh, this is the kind of person, this is how I need
yeah,
to
yeah,
be.
yeah,
This is how I do.
yeah.
And then now all of a sudden she's seeing, oh, this is how I needed to be treated. This is someone who truly loves me. This is someone
Right.
who respects me. And so we have to go through that mess sometime.
Yeah.
But Lord willing, most of the time it comes out on top. It doesn't always happen like that, but it just so happened this time. And so sounds like you're happy. We're happy. And they're gonna go through stuff too. They're gonna go through. So I will say this: love my daughter. Whatever they go through, I don't want to hear about it. Whatever y'all go through. Now, if he lay his hands on you, that's a whole different ball game. But if y'all have disagreements about, that's your business.
I tell that to anybody.
Yeah,
Don't come and complain to me about your spouse. I don't care whether it's my children.
yeah.
I don't care whether I mean, now if somebody needs a listening ear, like a good friend just need to, but nah, you ain't finna beat up your spouse verbally. You not
Yeah,
finna beat up
no,
your
don't play
spouse
those
verbally
games.
in front of me. We ain't doing that.
Nope.
No, go home and talk to you. I do. That's
Yeah,
who you said it to. So, that, and it don't happen. I'm just saying, I wouldn't let it. I wouldn't.
yeah,
Nah, we're not doing that.
yeah,
If you got something you wanna, just vent about, keep it moving, but don't bad talking. Like
yeah.
you said, if he ain't put his hands on you and he ain't been disrespectful, then
That's your
man, look at
business.
him.
That's your
That's
business.
your business. Next week,
Next
we
week.
back at it.
Yep, we're back at
So
it. Absolutely. I think the subject matter next week is probably going to be a little bit more serious.
don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Okay, guarantees it will be more
Yep.
serious, but we will see you guys next week. We love you guys. We appreciate you all coming around for our first live show. You were with us working through the kinks. Mr. Jones, I love your family, and appreciate you
Same.
doing this. But you have anything else before we go?
No, man, let's talk with Casey Mike. If y'all want to email us, let's talk CaseyMike@gmail.com. We also on Instagram. Let's talk CM. Get the questions in, get the topics in. We love to hear it. And we'll go from there. So peace and love, everybody. Take care.
Y'all take care. Love you guys.